Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about types of elasticity of demand. In the previous videos, we have discussed different types of price elasticity of demand. Here, as we know, the types of elasticity of demand price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and advertisement elasticity of demand. So in the last class we have discussed about the price elasticity of demand and various types of price elasticity of demand. Here the different types of price elasticity of demand are perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic demand, relatively elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand, and unitary elastic demand. So they are the 5 types of price elasticity of demand. See, if you want to see all these 5 types of price elasticity of demand at one glance, so why we are focusing more on price elasticity of demand in depth means if you understand thoroughly the price elasticity of demand and types of price elasticity of demand, the remaining types of elasticity of demand is very easy to understand in order to explain. So here if you see all the 5 types of price elasticity of demand at one glance, types of price elasticity of demand, as I said, there are 5 types of price elasticity of demand. Here just I will explain these 5 types of price elasticity of demand by using the graphs. The first one is perfectly elastic demand, perfectly elastic demand. Here perfectly elastic demand explained using the graph. Here I am taking two axes, x-axis and y-axis. X-axis reveals the quantity and y-axis reveals the price of the product. Here, according to the price elasticity of demand definition, here as we have seen in the last class, that is, there is no changes in the price of the product even though any changes in the quantity demand of a product is said to be price perfectly elasticity of demand. Here DD is a demand curve which float from left to right horizontally parallel to x-axis. The second one is perfectly inelastic demand. So here in this case it is completely opposite to, exactly opposite to the perfectly elastic demand. Here x-axis, y-axis, this is the price and it is here quantity, and it is Q1. It is P1, P2, P3, P4 and so on. So according to the price perfectly inelastic demand, any changes occurred in the price of the product, there is no changes in the quantity demand of the product is said to be perfectly inelastic demand. In other words, there is no changes in quantity demand of a product even though any changes in the prices of the same product is said to be perfectly inelastic demand. The third one is relatively elastic demand. So relatively elastic demand explained by using the graph x-axis and y-axis. Here x-axis reveals the quantity of the product and y-axis reveals the price of a product. According to the definition of the relatively inelastic demand, proportionate changes in price of the product is very less compared to the proportionate changes in the quantity demand of a product. For example, here the price of the product is increasing from OP1 to OP2, then the quantity demand of the product is decreasing from OQ1 to OQ2. Here increasing the price of the product, small proportionate of the price increasing leads to more proportionate changes in quantity demand of the product is said to be relatively elastic demand. Here the demand curve is floating like this. This is a demand curve. DD is a demand curve which is floating like this. Here OQ, if the price is increasing from OP1 to OP2, the quantity demand of a commodity decreasing from OQ1 to OQ2. This is said to be relatively inelastic demand. The fourth one is a relatively inelastic demand. Relatively inelastic demand. Here it is opposite to, exactly opposite to the relatively elastic demand. X-axis reveals the quantity of the product and y-axis reveals the price of the product. It is origin. According to the definition of relatively inelastic demand, proportionate changes in price of the product is more than the proportionate changes in quantity demanded of a commodity. Let us see here on the graph. Here the price of the product is at P1 where the quantity demand of the product is at Q1. If more changes, for example, here the price of the product is increased from P1 to P2, there the quantity demand of the product decreasing from OQ1 to OQ2. Here proportionate changes in price of the product, is more than the proportionate changes in quantity demand of a product is said to be relatively inelastic demand, where the demand curve is floating as hyperbola. This is DD. DD is a demand curve which is floating from left to right, downward or upward. Based on the changes occurred in prices and the quantity demand of the product. The last type of price elasticity is unity elasticity of demand. Unity elasticity of demand. Here the name suggests or the name reveals the unity elasticity of demand. The proportionate changes in the quantity demand of the product is exactly equals to proportionate changes in quantity demand of a product. Here the price of the product is at P1 where the quantity demand of the product is at Q1. If the price is increasing from OP1 to OP2, then the quantity demand of the product is decreasing from OQ1 to OQ2. Here increasing in the price of the product, decreasing in the quantity demand of a product. Here DD is a demand curve. See here we need to clearly show the difference between the each type of price elasticity of demand by showing the gaps between the prices, between the quantity. By seeing the graph, we can understand what type of this price elasticity of demand, whether it is perfectly elastic or perfectly inelastic or relatively inelastic or unity elasticity of demand. This you need to maintain very clearly the gap, the range of these quantity and the price. Here price changes is less compared to the quantity changes. Here the price changes is more compared to quantity changes. Here the price changes is exactly equal to the quantity changes in the demand of a product. So there are the 5 types of price elasticity of demand. So this is very important in examination point of view, that is price elasticity of demand among the types of elasticity of demand. The remaining types of elasticity of demand are income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and unitary advertisement elasticity of demand. Let us see how the income elasticity, cross elasticity, and advertisement elasticity can be measured in order to take the decisions in organization to improve or to increase the quantity demand for the commodity in the market. Here now let us see the second type of elasticity, that is income elasticity of demand. Income elasticity of demand. In the previous class we have discussed that the relationship between the quantity demand of a commodity and the price of the same commodity is negative, or there is a inverse relationship between the quantity demand of a commodity and price of the product. But whereas coming to the income elasticity of demand, the relationship between quantity demand of a commodity and the income level of the customer is always positive. It means that how the income level of the consumer is increasing, similarly the income quantity demand of a product will increase. Here coming to the definition of income elasticity of demand, it is the responsiveness of the quantity demanded for a good to a change in consumer income or consumer income levels. It is measured as the ratio of the percentage change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in the income level of the consumer. In simple words, we can say that proportionate changes in the quantity demand of a product due to the proportionate changes in the income level of the consumer. Here the assumption is there is a positive relationship between the income level of the consumer and the quantity demand of a commodity. Let us take an example. In case of software employees, how the salary of these employees increasing simultaneously, here utilizing or using the salary while purchasing the product will increase. When the salary of these employees will decrease, automatically the corresponding demand for a commodity will also decrease. So means here there is a positive relationship between the income level of the consumers and the quantity demand of a commodity. Here as it said here, proportionate changes in the quantity demanded due to the proportionate changes in income level of the consumer is said to be income elasticity of demand. It can be calculated by using the formula income elasticity of demand equal proportionate changes in quantity demand of product A by proportionate change in income level of consumer. Proportionate change in quantity demand of product A by proportionate change in income level of consumer or income. So this is a formula used to calculate income elasticity of demand. It is also written as income elasticity of demand equal percentage change in quantity demand of product A by percentage change in income level of consumer or customer. This is also be written as percentage change in quantity demand of product A to percentage change in income level of consumer is said to be income elasticity of demand. Mathematically, it is also expressed as EDI. How you have expressed the price elasticity of demand mathematically as EDP, the income elasticity of demand also expressed mathematically as EDI, that is income elasticity of demand. Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by I2 minus I1 by I1. This is formula is used to calculate income elasticity of demand, where EDI is income elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand. Q2 means quantity of demand, of a commodity after change in income. Q1 equal quantity demand of a commodity before change in income of the consumer. I2 means income of consumer after change. I1 means income of consumer before change. So these are the variables that we need to identify in order to measure the income elasticity of demand. This is a formula used to calculate income elasticity of demand. Now let us see what is the importance or the significance of elasticity of demand. Here the income elasticity of demand is very important in every organization. So here a knowledge of income elasticity of demand helps to estimate the likely changes in demand for a product as a result of changes in the national income. It is also helps us to know whether a commodity is a superior good, normal good or inferior good. And it is also used to measure how the quantity demand of the commodity is changing as changes in the income level of the consumer or income level of the nation. So this is how the income elasticity is helps to the managers in order to take a decision. If the income level of the consumers are increasing more and more, similarly, we need to produce more and more goods and products in order to provide, to satisfy the consumers' needs and wants. Now let us see how this income level of income elasticity of demand can be measured with a simple illustration. Let us take one simple illustration to calculate income elasticity of demand. Let us assume that income of the customer I1 equal to 30 rupees, where the quantity demand of the product is 20 rupees, where the income of the consumers are increasing to 60 rupees, where the quantity demand of the product will increase to 50 units. So here the income level of the consumer rupees 30, where the quantity demand of the product is only 20 units. When the income is increased to 60 rupees, then the quantity demand of the commodity will also increase to 50 units, because in general, how the income level of the consumers is increasing, proportionately the quantity demand of a commodity will also increase, because there is a positive relationship between income of the nation or income of the consumer and the quantity demand of a commodity as per the law of demand. Other things remains the constant: the price of the product, taste and preferences, prices of the related goods, size of population, all other determinants of demand is constant. Then only it is possible to get a positive relationship between the income level of the consumer and the quantity demand of a commodity. Here now let us see how this changes the income proportionately to the quantity demand of the product. Now we need to calculate income elasticity of demand. As we know, the formula for calculation of income elasticity of demand is Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by I2 minus I1 by I1. This is a formula used to measure the income elasticity of demand. Let us substitute these available values for the corresponding variables in the formula in order to calculate income elasticity of demand. That is, Q2 is 50 units minus Q1 is 20 units by Q1 20 by I2 is 60 rupees, where I1 is 30 by 30. So here, after substituting, we need to take only the change or the difference between the Q1, Q2 and I1, I2. Ignore the signs. Here 50 minus 20, 30 by 20 by 60 minus 60, 30 by 30. That equal 30 by 20 equal to 3 by 2 by 1. That equal to 3 by 2 equal to 1.5. This is 1.5. So here the elasticity of demand, based on the result of this income elasticity of demand, we need to interpret the result as this is elastic. This is elastic because here it is greater than 1. As we know, there are three types of elasticity, that is elastic, inelastic, unitary elastic or unity elastic. So here, based on the result of these calculations, we decide that there is elastic in demand. It means that proportionate changes in the quantity demand of a product is more than the proportionate changes in the income level of the consumer is said to be elastic based on the product of this calculation, that is EDI greater than 1. See, if you observe here, the income level of the consumer is 30 and the second income level of the consumer is 60. Here 100% increases in the income level of the consumers, where here the quantity demand of the product is increasing from 22 to 50, that is more than 100% is increasing, approximately 150% of the quantity demand is increasing. Means only 100% is increasing in income leads to more than 100% of the quantity demand, okay? more than 100% quantity demand of the quantity is increased. Means that here itself we can come to know that there is a elastic demand. So here we have also proved that this is elastic demand by applying the formula, that is income elasticity of. Here, after income elasticity of demand, let us discuss different types of income elasticity of demand. Here there are 5 types of income elasticity of demand, that is high income elasticity of demand, low income elasticity of demand, unity income elasticity of demand, negative income elasticity of demand, and zero income elasticity of demand. Here let us see one by one how these income elasticity of demand occur. So here, high income elasticity of demand. High income elasticity of demand is said to be increase in income is accompanied by relatively larger increase in quantity demanded of a commodity is said to be high income elasticity of demand. In other words, proportionate changes in the quantity demanded of a commodity is more than the proportionate changes in the income level of the consumer is said to be high income elasticity of demand. Example, here 10% increases in the income level of the consumer leads to 15% increases in the quantity demanded of a commodity is said to be high income elasticity of demand. The second one is low income elasticity of demand. In this case, increase in the income is accompanied by less than the proportionate increases in the quantity demand of a commodity. Here it is opposite to high income elasticity of demand. So low income elasticity of demand said proportionate changes in the income level of the consumer is more than the proportionate changes in quantity demand of a commodity. Example, here 10% increases in the income level of the consumer leads to only 5% increases in the quantity demand of a commodity. Low income elasticity of demand. So here there is a change in quantity demand of a commodity due to change in income level of the consumer, but here less percent change of this income level of consumer. Then next one is unity income elasticity of demand. In this case, increase in income is accompanied by same proportionate increase in quantity demand. In other words, proportionate change in income level of the consumer is exactly equals to proportionate change in the quantity demand of a commodity is said to be unity income elasticity of demand. Example here, 10% increase in the income level of the consumer leads to 10% increase in quantity demand of a commodity is known as unity income elasticity of demand. Then a negative income elasticity of demand. In this case, increase in income is leads to decrease in quantity demand is said to be negative income elasticity of demand. Here also there is a positive relationship between both income elasticity income of the consumer as well as the quantity demand of a product, but here there is a negative income elasticity of demand. Then zero income elasticity of demand. This shows that quantity bought is constant regardless of changes in income. Whether there is increase or decrease in income, there is no changes in the quantity demand of a commodity is said to be zero income elasticity of demand. So there are the 5 types of income elasticity of demand, that is high income elasticity of demand, low income elasticity of demand, unity and income elasticity of demand, negative income elasticity of demand, zero income elasticity of demand. So generally, so high income, low income, unity income and zero income elasticity of demand may exist. This may not be existing in general. So they are the 5 types of income elasticity of demand. Next, the next type of elasticity of demand is cross elasticity of demand. Let us see the cross elasticity of demand. The third type of elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand. So until now we have discussed 2 types of elasticity of demands, that is price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand. This is the third type of elasticity of demand called cross elasticity of demand. It refers to the quantity demanded for a commodity in response to change in the price of a related good, which may be substitute or complementary good. Cross elasticity is always positive for substitute and it is negative for complements. It should be noted that greater the cross elasticity, the more related to the 2 goods are. The cross elasticity will be 0 if the 2 goods have no relationship. If there is no relationship between the 2 types of goods, here the cross elasticity will be 0, means there is a 0 cross elasticity. In other words, cross elasticity of demand defined as the rate of responsiveness in quantity demand of a commodity for a given change in price of the substitute good or the related good is said to be cross elasticity of demand. Subject to condition, other things remains constant. Other things means here all the determinants of the demand except the prices of the related good constant. So here that is income level of the consumer, price of the present product, and income, taste and preferences of the customer, size of the populations, and all other determinants of the demands remains constant. When there is changes in prices of the related good, there is a changes in quantity demand of a quantity demand of a commodity is said to be cross elasticity of demand. Here there is a formula for calculation of cross elasticity of demand, that is cross elasticity of demand equal proportionate changes in quantity demand of product A by proportionate changes in price of product B. See, we need to clearly understand that we are taking into consider the two products, that is product A and product B. Here we are taking the relationship between, finding the relationship between product A, quantity demand of product A and price of product B. The formula for calculation of cross elasticity of demand is the proportionate changes in quantity demanded of a product A by proportionate change in price of product B. If you understand clearly this formula for calculation of cross elasticity of demand, it is very easy to define the cross elasticity of demand based on this formula. As we are taking the relationship between two variables, that is quantity demand of product A and price of product B, we also define the same as the relationship between proportionate changes in quantity demand of product A and proportionate changes in price of product B is also known as cross elasticity of demand. In other words, in another way, we can also write the formula as cross elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand equal percent change in quantity demand of product A by percent change in price of product B. We can also written the formula as cross elasticity of demand equal percent change in quantity demand of product A by percent change in price of product B. This is also one of the formula which we'll use to calculate or measure the cross elasticity of demand. So mathematically it can also expressed as EDC equal Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by P2 minus P1 by P1. This is for price elasticity. As we are taking the relationship between the two products, that is quantity and price, we need to take here, instead of Q2 Q1 P2 P1, we need to take the quantity demand of product A and price of product B. Now instead of writing Q2 Q1 and P2 P1, we can write here quantity of product A to A Q1 by A Q1 B P2 minus B P1 by B P1. This is formula for calculation of cross elasticity of demand. This is very simple. Just we are modifying or manipulating the price elasticity of demand formula. Just we are adding the corresponding products, product A and product B. Here EDC is cross elasticity of demand. Cross elasticity of demand. A Q2 is quantity demand of product, quantity demand of product A after change in price of product B, we need to clearly define the variables AQ2, AQ1, BP2, BP1. AQ2 is quantity demand of product A after changing price of product B. We need to clearly define quantity of A, price of B. Similarly, AQ1 equal quantity demand of product A before change in price of product B. So before change in price of product B, what is the quantity demand of a commodity A? After change in price of product B, what is the quantity demand of product A? Similarly, BP2 equal price of product B, price of product B after change BP1 equal price of product B before change. So here we have clearly defining the variables that we are using in the formula cross elasticity of demand, right? That is AQ2, AQ1, BP2, BP1. What is EDC? EDC is cross elasticity of demand. AQ2 is quantity demand of product A after changing the price of product B or substitute good. AQ1 is quantity demand of product A before changing the price of product B or substitute good. BP2 is the price of product B after change. BP1 is the price of product B before change. So this is a formula which is used to calculate cross elasticity of demand. What we are discussing now about cross elasticity? Cross elasticity of demand is defined as the rate of responsiveness changes in quantity demand of a commodity for a given change in the price of product B when other things remains constant is known as cross elasticity of demand, or the relationship between proportionate changes in quantity demand of product A and the proportionate changes in price of product B is said to be cross elasticity of demand, and this is a mathematical formula which is used to calculate or measure the cross elasticity of demand. After measuring EDC, that is cross elasticity of demand, we need to interpret clearly whether the cross elasticity is elastic, inelastic or unity elastic. We have three measurements to interpret the results of any elasticity of demand, that is E greater than 1, E less than 1, E equal to 1. If it is greater than 1, this is called as elastic. If it is less than 1, inelastic. If it is equal to 1, unity elastic. So here these are the basis to interpret the results of any type of elasticity of demand. E greater than 1 elastic, E less than 1 inelastic, E equal to 1 equal to unity elastic. That is EDC greater than 1, EDC less than 1, EDC equal to 1, based on the product or the result of the calculations. We need to interpret the results. Now let us see how to calculate or how to measure cross elasticity of demand with a simple illustration. Let us assume a price of product B, price of product B equal to rupees 100, where the quantity of product A is 10 units, 10 units. When the price of product B is decreased to 50 rupees, then the quantity demand of product A increased to 15 units. 15 units. Here price of the product B, then we are taking the quantity demand of product A, price of the product B, second price of the product B, or changed price of product B when the changed quantity demand of product A. P1 is 100 rupees where AQ1 is 10 units. P2 is 50 rupees when AQ2 is 15 units. So here you can also identify whether there is elastic, inelastic or unity elastic based on this information available. Here for example, BP1 is 100 rupees, that is before change in price. BP2 is after change in price. Here first price is 100 rupees and the second price is decreased to 50. Means here there is a decreases in the price of product B. How much percentage decreased here? 50% decreases in price of product B, where the price of the product 100 when the quantity demand of product A is 10 units. Here when the price is decreased to 50 rupees, the quantity is increased to 15 units. How much here increased? Here also 50% increased in quantity demand of a product A. So here based on this percentage change in price and the quantity demand of commodity, we can decide that whether it is elastic, inelastic or unity elastic. So 50% decreasing, 50% increasing means that there is a unity elastic demand, because here the proportionate changes in price is exactly equals to proportionate changes in quantity demanded is said to be unity elastic demand. The same we can apply, you can substitute in the formula. The formula for calculation of cross elasticity of demand is EDC equal AQ2 minus AQ1 by AQ1 by BP2 minus BP1 by BP1. This is a formula used to calculate cross elasticity of demand. Now substitute the values in the formula. AQ2 equal to 15 minus 10 by 10 by BP2 50 minus 100 by 100. Now the difference between these two is 5 by 10 by the difference between these two 50 by 100. Now it is 1 by 2 by 1 by 2, that equal to 1. 0.5 by 0.5, or else here 0.5 by 0.5, that equal to 1. Hence we can assume ADC equal to 1. If EDC cross elasticity of demand is equal to 1, we can interpret this as there is a unity elastic demand. Unity elastic demand. It means that proportionate changes in quantity demand of a commodity is exactly equals to proportionate changes in the price of a related good, that is product B. The same we have find unity elastic demand. 50% decrease in price of the product B leads to 50% increase in the quantity demand of product A. This is a simple example to measure, to understand cross elasticity of demand or measurement of cross elasticity of demand. So similar manner, whatever the information given, whatever the information is available with us, we need to first identify what is the first price and the corresponding quantity at that price, what is the changed price and what is the quantity demanded after changed price. First we need to identify these four values in order to substitute in the formula to identify whether it is elastic, unity elastic or inelastic. Based on this, based on this value, based on this information, the trader may take the decision on the price of the product or quantity demand of the product. This is about the cross elasticity of demand. Next, coming to the importance. So what is the significance of this cross elasticity demand in any business organization? It is useful in measuring the interdependence of demand for a commodity and the prices of its related commodities. It is useful in measuring or calculating or analyzing the interdependence of demand for a commodity and the prices of the related goods or the substituted goods or the complementary goods. So whatever the products that are available to substitute our products. So it is also helps to estimate the likely effect on its sales of pricing decisions, its competitors and helpers. So here this is also one of the significant elasticity of demand to be considered at the time of fixing the price. It means that we can also consider the prices of the related goods or the substituted goods at the time of fixing the price for our products in an organization, which leads to increase the quantity demand of a commodity in the market. This is about the cross elasticity of demand. The next type of elasticity of demand is advertisement elasticity of demand. Now let us see what is advertisement elasticity of demand. What is the formula that is used to calculate advertisement elasticity of demand, and also the mathematical expressions with simple illustrations. The fourth type of elasticity of demand is advertisement elasticity of demand. Mathematically, it is expressed as EDA, advertisement elasticity of demand. So here, advertisement elasticity of demand, how we are considering the very important type of elasticity as price. The advertisement elasticity also must consider as very important elasticity of demand, because nowadays advertisements are playing a significant role on any business, whether it is a small business or medium scale business or the large scale business, whatever the business it is, whatever the industry or the sector it is, advertisement is playing a very significant role in the demand for a commodity or the product or service. Coming to the definition of elasticity, that is advertisement elasticity of demand, the rate of responsiveness of quantity demand of commodity for a given change in the budget of advertisement is known as advertisement elasticity of demand. So here the difference in quantity demand of a commodity due to the difference in advertisement cost is known as advertisement elasticity of demand. Very simple to understand this definition of advertisement elasticity of demand. Changes in advertisement cost leads to changes in the quantity demand of a commodity is said to be advertisement elasticity of demand. Means this quantity demand of a product or commodity changing because of changing in the advertisement expenditure there is a positive relationship between these two, that is budget of advertisement and the quantity demand of a product. How you are increasing the cost of advertisement, that leads to increasing the demand for a commodity in the market. So even you are producing qualitative product with design, with quality, with qualitative raw material, with advanced technology or whatever machinery, whatever the skilled labor, whatever it is. But if you are not advertising, if you are not going with advertisement, there is no demand for our product. Even you are providing the qualitative service, quality product to the customer, but if there is no advertisement, if the customer or consumer is not aware about your product in the market, there is no demand for your product in the market. Therefore, so advertisement is playing a very significant role in increasing or decreasing the quantity demand of a commodity. This is why, because here the most of the multinational companies, MNCs, are allocating most of their funds, are investing most of their funds on advertisement. If they are advertising, if they are creating some awareness in the market about their product and the customer in the market, automatically there is a demand for our product in the market. So here the advertisement elasticity of demand is also playing a very significant role in any business in order to increase the quantity demand of a commodity in the market. So advertisement elasticity of demand refers to the measurement of proportionate change in demand in response to the proportionate change in the promotional efforts, advertisement efforts, budget of advertisement. So advertisement elasticity is always positive. There is a positive relationship between quantity demanded of a commodity and the budget of advertisement. Now here let us discuss the formula that is used to measure advertisement elasticity of demand. So here advertisement elasticity of demand equal proportionate change in quantity demand of product A by proportionate change in advertisement cost of A, the same product, not for substituted goods. So here this is formula used to measure advertisement elasticity of demand. Proportionate change in quantity demand of product A by proportionate changes in advertisement expenditure or cost of product A for the same product. So here based on this formula, we can also define the advertisement elasticity of demand as the relationship between proportionate change in quantity demand of product A and proportionate change in advertisement cost of product A is also known as cross advertisement elasticity of demand. In other words, it is also written as percentage change in quantity demand of product A by percentage change in advertisement cost of product A. Advertisement cost of product A. So here it means that percentage change in quantity demand of product A to percentage change in advertisement cost of product A is also known as advertisement elasticity of demand. Mathematically, it is also expressed as EDA, that is advertisement elasticity of demand, equal Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by A2 minus A1 by A1. This is formula used to calculate advertisement elasticity of demand, where EDA equal advertisement elasticity of demand Q2 equal quantity demand of a commodity after change in advertisement cost of product A. Q1 is quantity demand of a commodity before change in advertisement cost of A, where A2 is advertisement cost after change, A1 is advertisement cost before change. So they are the variables that we need to consider while calculating or measuring advertisement elasticity of demand. So Q2 is quantity demand of commodity after change. It is Q2, quantity of demand after change in advertisement cost of product A. Q1 is quantity demand of a commodity before change in advertisement cost of A. A2 is advertisement cost after change. A1 is advertisement cost before change. So this is a formula which is used to calculate advertisement elasticity of demand. Here also the same. After measuring the elasticity of demand, that is advertisement elasticity of demand, we need to interpret the results by using the three basics, that is E greater than 1, E less than 1, E equal to 1. So based on these three, we need to measure or interpret whether the advertisement elasticity is elastic, inelastic, or unity elastic. If EDA is greater than 1, elastic demand, EDA is less than 1, inelastic demand, EDA is equal to unity elastic demand. So here in this we have discussed the definition of advertisement elasticity of demand, that is the rate of responsiveness changes in quantity demand of a commodity for a given change in the budget of advertisement is known as advertisement elasticity of demand, followed by the formula in mathematical expression EDA equal to Q2 minus Q1 by Q1, A2 minus A1 by A1, the variables that we are using in the formula and the basis that we are using to interpret the result of the advertisement elasticity of demand. Now let us see how to measure the advertisement elasticity of demand with a simple illustration. Means how to calculate the advertisement elasticity of demand with a simple illustration. Let us take one simple example. Here advertisement cost before change in quantity is 10 lakhs. This is cost of advertisement. When the quantity demand of the product is 100 units, the quantity demand of the product is 100 units. When the cost of advertisement is increased to 20 lakhs, that is increased 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs, when the quantity demand of the commodity will increase to 100 units. This is the information is available for measuring advertisement elasticity of demand. That is A1, Q1, A2, Q2. A1 is advertisement cost rupees 10 lakhs before change. Q1 is quantity demand of a commodity before changing advertisement cost. A2 is advertisement cost after change. Q2 is quantity demand of a commodity after changing cost of advertisement. So here, from the information available with us, we need to identify the variables. What is A1, what is A2, what is Q1, what is Q2. After identifying the variables, here we need to apply the formula EDA equal Q2 minus Q1 by Q1 by A2 minus A1 by A1. This is our formula for calculating advertisement elasticity of demand. See, before calculating the advertisement elasticity of demand, before applying the formula, we may also decide whether it is elastic, inelastic or unity elastic. See, A1 is 10 lakhs where A2 is 20 lakhs. Here 100% increases in the cost of advertisement. 100% increases in cost of advertisement where the quantity demand is increasing from 100 units to 200 rupees. 200 units. Here also there is a 100% increases in quantity demand of a commodity. It shows that there is a unity elastic demand. There is a unity elastic demand. 100% increase in the cost of advertisement leads to 100% increasing in quantity demand of a commodity. It shows that there is a unity elastic demand. Let us prove it, whether it is elastic, inelastic or unity elastic. Now, we need to substitute the values in the formula EDA equal Q2. What is our Q2? 200 units minus what is Q1? 100 units by 100 units by what is A2? 20 lakhs minus 10 lakhs by 10 lakhs. So remember, at the time of taking the difference here, ignore the signs, only need to take the change, proportionate change from first quantity to second quantity, first price to second price, first income to second income, first advertisement to second advertisement. So here only take the difference between these two variables. Here 200 minus 100 equal to 100 by 100 by 20 minus 10, 10 by 10, that equal to 1 by 1, that equal to 1, that equal to 1. Here EDA, it means EDA equal to 1. EDA equal, it means that what it means, if EDA equal to 1, that is unity elastic demand, means proportionate. In this case proportionate changes in advertisement cost leads to exactly proportionate changes in quantity demand of a commodity. In this manner, we can calculate advertisement elasticity of demand in order to take the decision on cost of advertisement. If the cost of advertisement is leads to inelastic, that is negative, then we need to take the decision to increase the cost of advertisement in order to increase the quantity demand of a commodity in the market. This is how the advertisement elasticity of demand will help the trader or the businessman or the marketing department to increase the quantity demand of a commodity. So here, as I said, there is a positive relationship between these two, that is advertisement cost and quantity demand of a commodity. If you increase, how you are increasing the cost of advertisement, proportionately the quantity demand of a commodity will also increase. So advertisement elasticity of demand is high when even a small percentage change in advertisement expenditure results in large percentage of change in the level of quantity demanded. Coming to the importance, what is the importance of advertisement elasticity of demand? It helps a decision maker to determine his advertisement outlay and necessary amount to be invested for the advertisement. It may be useful for all the types of organizations, all the scales of businesses, small scale, medium scale or large scale enterprises. It may implement it. If you implement advertisement elasticity of demand, if you are applying the advertisement elasticity of demand, definitely there may be a changes in the demand for our product in the market. And coming to the overall importance of elasticity of demand, here the elasticity of demand, whether it is price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, or advertisement elasticity of demand, helps to fix the prices of factors of production. Fix the prices of factors of production. The factors of production means that is land, labor, capital, manpower, machinery, and all the remaining factors of production. While fixing the prices of these factors of production, this elasticity of demand may be helped. And to fix the prices of goods or service, at the time of fixing the prices of the goods or services, this elasticity of demand may be used. If we are using these elasticity of demand, if we are taking the help of this elasticity of demand, definitely the traders may fix a suitable price which leads to increase the quantity demand of a commodity in the market. And it is used to formulate the government policies. It is not only helping in the business or the traders or service sectors, it may also used by the governments in order to frame the policies, formulate the policies, implement the policies, change the policies. So it is not exempted even government sectors also. It is used to forecast the demand. As exactly, the elasticity demand is not exempted from forecasting the demand. It is also used or helps to forecast the demand in the future in order to take the various decisions, various managerial decisions in order to enhance the production, in order to increase the quantity demand of a commodity in the market in the future. And it is also helps to plan the level of output and the prices of the product also. So based on the level of quantity demand of commodity in the market, so based on that we may produce the product in our organization. If you are not awareing this elasticity of demand, you may not having any idea about the demand for our commodity in the market. Therefore, it leads to waste of production. Waste of production means indirectly waste of our investments. So here we need to apply the elasticity of demand in any organization in order to overcome the various managerial problems, in order to take effective managerial decisions at different areas to enhance the business. So until now, in this concept elasticity of demand, we have discussed different concepts, that what is elasticity of demand, what are the different factors affecting elasticity of demand, what are the types of elasticity of demand, and what are the different types of price elasticity of demand, income elasticity of demand and different types of income elasticity of demand, cross elasticity of demand, and also advertisement elasticity of demand with some simple illustrations, and also the significance or importance of this elasticity of demand. So this is what the concept of elasticity of demand, and it is very important concept in examination point of view for the students.